Hey guys, so today I'm going to be talking about why I think the Canon M5 is the perfect camera for me. So I've been using this camera for the past year and a little bit, and I've gotten it replaced twice already. The first time was because the touchscreen stopped working for some reason, and then the second time was because I lost my camera bag. So right now this is my third Canon M5, and I guess you might be wondering, why am I going back to this same old camera? I mean, really, after I lost this camera in my camera bag, I was pretty upset. Um, I guess I could have seen it as an opportunity to change gear, but I didn't really do that, and here's why. Now, I was looking for other alternatives for my main camera, and even though the Canon M5 has received a lot of criticism about the mediocre video maxing out at 60 frames per second and not having 4K, or the flip down screen instead of a fully articulating screen, or just the autofocus system in the viewfinder isn't as fast as some of the digital SLRs out there. But I think for my shooting style, which is just occasional video, travel photography, occasional portraits, vlogs, and sometimes I'll need to use it in low light, this is a pretty good fit for me. It was actually the only camera I could find that could fit all my requirements, and in this video I'm going to be talking about why I chose the Canon M5. Number one, the size. It's a really nice small and compact size, and it still has a APS-C size sensor, which is the same size sensor as most lower end digital SLRs. Except this is in a small little body package like this, and it's a lot lighter than most digital SLRs. And you know, the lenses in the system are pretty tiny. This is an ultra wide angle lens. For reference, this is my hand. It's pretty small. I also have this really small fast pancake lens, which I can just drop it on the camera and forget it's even there. Now, I know the EFM system doesn't have a very large lens selection, but the native lenses actually do cover a good range of focal lengths for the camera, and I'm okay with that for now. The next thing I was really interested about was the affordability. So how cheap it would be to buy into the system. The Canon EOS M system isn't very popular. The mirrorless lineup is a little lackluster, and a lot of people have noticed that. But for the amount you're paying for the system, it's actually not too bad compared to some of the other more expensive systems like Sony or Panasonic. These other mirrorless systems have some pretty nice lenses, but in comparison, the price is a little steeper. So for comparison, this is an ultra wide 11 to 22 millimeter ultra wide angle lens, and a similar Sony equivalent to this would be like the 10 to 18 ultra wide angle lens for the Sony E-mount cameras. Now, this lens used I got off for about $350. I was looking at some of the prices for this Sony lens, and it costed closer to, the lowest price I could find was at $800. So there's kind of a big jump there. Now, I feel like once Canon gets their shit together with the mirrorless bodies and their EFM lenses, then maybe these lenses will be in higher demand. Number three is the versatility of the camera. So the camera has a flip up and flip down screen, which allows you to get some nice overhead shots or some nice low shots that you can see from the live view screen. Now, if I'm trying to shoot a video of myself, something like this, it's incredibly useful for me to frame what's in my picture and to see if I'm in focus. And it also has a really nice touchscreen that works, I found, pretty well. It's almost similar to the experience you would have on a smartphone. And another big feature that I was really interested in was the dual pixel autofocus system. This was the first camera to actually feature it outside of the larger digital SLR family, and I think it's a huge improvement. This system allows you to have very smooth live autofocus during video, so if you're trying to bring something up to the camera, it won't do like this. The video on the camera is a little soft, but I don't mind as much because it's also a great photo shooter. Now, since the camera actually has the screen flipping down, that means you can't really use the flip screen while it's on a tripod. And I solved this problem in one of my other videos where I 3D printed a custom plate that allowed me to use the flip screen while it was mounted on a tripod. And on top of this, I can adapt any of my larger digital SLR lenses for the lens lineup that I'm missing on the camera. I know this is not preferable just because it's a big size difference, and you normally go to a mirrorless camera because you get a smaller package. But for this case, I think it's okay just because on some of the other mirrorless cameras, they don't really have those nice fast aperture zooms that I would be looking for, and I don't mind as much adapting some of my prime lenses. Anyways, those are my reasons for choosing the Canon M5 as my main camera shooter. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you'd like to give me a thumbs up down below. If you have any thoughts about the camera or the system, I'd also like to hear about that if you guys are going to post it down below. If you guys are interested in more videos like this, feel free to subscribe to my channel down below. That would help me out a bunch, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. I never know what to do for outros.